Hi, it's Graham Frost here again. This is another short video for you, and this is more to focus on the future. Now, before I continue, you're probably thinking to yourself, this Graham Frost is a bit of a relentlessly positive sort of person. And yes, I probably am, but I haven't always been like that. I've had to work on myself in order to be this positive person. And I do sometimes have days when I'm not positive. So, it's okay to have one day when you're not positive, but don't let that turn into 2 days. That's just one little tip about, thinking about the future. So let's think about the future. So I'm very well aware that many of you have a very uncertain future. And I have been in a situation a few times in my life where I've had an uncertain future. Haven't got time on such a short video to tell you all of those stories, but hopefully one day I'll get the chance to talk to you all face to face, and some of those stories will come out, no doubt. But I'm just thinking about one story when I had an uncertain future, and I thought, well, what can I do? I just left a very unhappy marriage and found myself on my own in a city where I didn't really have any friends apart from the ones that I had that were involved with that marriage. In other words, they were my ex-wife's friends. And I thought to myself, what do I do? What can I do? So I thought, well, I'd lost touch with some important people in my life over the course of that marriage. And I hadn't returned their calls, and I hadn't been in touch with them very much. So I thought, right, well, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to sit down and write a letter to 2 people who I really regret having lost contact with. And I did. I wrote a very frank and honest letter to 2 people and posted the letters. And within 2 weeks I had phone calls from both of those people accepting my apology and saying, let's get together. And in fact we did, and we became friends again, and we had many sort of happy times together again after that, and because apologies were accepted. So maybe sometimes in order to have a future, we have to sometimes put right some of the things that didn't go quite so well in the past with different people. I don't know, that might help you. That might not be apt for your particular situation. I think one of the things also that's helped me to get through the lockdown situation that we've experienced for the last 18 months now or so is focusing on what I can do and not what I can't do. So, every day moving into the future, what can I do? I'd like to expand on that. In fact, that's not my idea. That came from a fellow professional speaker that I know and have a lot of respect for, called Steve Judge. And he helped me to understand that when things were difficult for me at the beginning of lockdown back in 2020, all those months ago. So I think really focusing on what you are able to do and who you are able to contact and speak to. And I'm very aware that the future is very uncertain for many of you, but you have to find something positive to focus on. You have to, when I had testicular cancer, I was focusing on, I was going through that terrible chemotherapy, which was really awful back in the late 1970s and 1980. It was really difficult. It was the most difficult time of my life. But I kept focusing on a dream that I had, and maybe that's what you need to have, is a dream that you can focus on, a goal that you can focus on. So I'd like you to spend some time thinking about what your goal is for the future, what your purpose is even, and hopefully we'll get to speak again soon.